This is a completely different story, but kind of the same issue.
Mhm.
In Muskegon Heights, there were two murders yesterday, and the suspect, they have a guy in custody that the police believe committed both of these crimes. This has really had a big effect, a negative effect on the city of Muskegon and Muskegon Heights. And we talked to a community activist who put out a really eloquent Facebook post about the pain that the community is feeling and the frustration and a lot of this stuff that Katani was talking about and what's happening in Grand Rapids is happening also in Muskegon. And so this was a conversation that we had earlier today with this gentleman. His name's J.R. Gray. He's a community activist. He's kind of a social media guru and kind of an influencer in the community. I believe it's J.R. Gary, I believe. And we had that conversation, so let's listen in on that.
First of all, I want to give so much love to the city of Muskegon and Muskegon Heights, the individual families, for each person who was affected by this travesty, this heartening thing. This is such a small community, and so when we feel it, we all feel it. I'm very sad. I mean, it's like it's numbing feeling. So I'm very hurt for the children of these women who are now motherless, and so I'm here to use my platform, my voice for things like this. I think this is where it's most important at. I think this what really counts. Entertainment business is what it is, but when I can use my voice to advocate change in the community, where people can get help before it escalates to something like this, and look for the signs of people who have mental illness and maybe are scared to go and seek help. People got to remember that your brain is an organ just like your stomach and your arms and your esophagus and everything else that's inside your body part, your kidney, your spleen. Those things have it has to be worked out just like anything else. And if you're sick from pneumonia or you got a broken leg, you have to heal it. And you can do the same thing with your brain. It just takes you to see the right person for it to happen. This definitely is no excuse for what has happened because the pain is immeasurable. And so I'm definitely just praying for both of the young ladies who lost their lives.
And you can't be the only one in
Oh
Muskegon
no,
who feels this
no.
way. And I'm just wondering, as a community, as you try to assess the gravity of this situation and the tragedy that is involved here, how do you move on? What is a next step? Is there a willingness, it sounds like there is at least, to want to try to crack this issue? But what is the next step? What has to happen? Does it start with the schools? Does it start with families at home? Does it start, like you said, with just having acceptance of realizing maybe I've got a problem and I got to reach out for help?
People who are leaders in our community, leaders in the neighborhoods, need to reach out to individuals that they know that they're being silent about, that knows that you need help, and take somebody, a friend. Hey, bro, you need to go talk to someone, or sis, you need to get away from that guy because he's not everything that you think he is. This is a potential bomb that could explode. Definitely starts in the school. I think it's all of everything has to do it. Does its part. I used to work for Muskegon Public Schools as a specialist, parapro dealing with EI and CI kids. So I dealt with a lot of children that were uh, in bad positions at home, and I've watched a lot of those children over the years grow up from elementary school to high school to now prisons because they didn't get the help that they needed. I think some of the programs in school. I mean, I can really get deep into this because I think a lot about the systematic situations that are placed on a lot of our people in the lesser fortunate community that doesn't have the help. In the city of Muskegon, like we only have one hospital. Servicing close to 50, 60,000 people at any given moment. People are getting pushed out. Yeah, people are getting pushed out and not showing value. And then also you have men who is weak to tell your emotions. You got to suck it up, be a man, and it's so many different things. But I do think school is probably one of the main things that we have to teach our young ones. You know, after a conflict and there's no resolution, what do you need to do? How do you go into yourself? Because a lot of people, it's not enough doctors, not enough people to treat you. You get what I'm saying? But we have to try. So we need to have some self-awareness things, some routines that we can do, just like before you go out. Are you okay to go out in public? Are you okay to deal with this situation? If not, what steps do I need to take in order for me to do better? Have a better sense of urgency, so I protect myself from hurting others. It's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot of things that we can cover when it comes to mental illness and mental health. Just growing up seeing things and that you never dealt with. You have what is your mental hygiene like? How do you clean that? And I've done the work. I've had to check myself on a few occasions where I've not always thought the best thoughts, and I was not always having to take the best action. And for me, it's prayer and then putting action into that prayer. And so that's the reason why I'm able to do what I do now across the country, from shows to events, because I had to take my time and take myself away in order for me to be okay. And so I come back home and take time to digress and just move forward. So I'm always here, coming back and talk to a lot of my friends, and we have these type of conversations. And I'm willing to talk to anyone who may be on the edge. I'm just being real. I think that's one of the biggest things. A lot of people don't know that they have people like myself who are influencers or in the community. They might see me doing all the stuff I do around the country, from shows and events, and think maybe I'm not touchable. But I come back home, and if I've needed help from, like, I had people like Pastor Duran, Judge Pittman, Rodney Savage, who I was able to talk to, and the late great Bishop Wells and his son Nathaniel Wells himself. So it's just you have to talk to someone. You have to talk to someone who's able to put things in perspective, and then just go for it. Get the proper help. Go to the doctor. If you're sick, you have to go to the doctor. And so that's what I'm really advocating for. And these two young ladies, they should not have lost their lives. Last night it was something off of TV that you just don't see. It was no gang violence. It was just a sick individual who did not think before he acted, or if he did, he did not take the action that he should have. He should have left the woman alone, went about his business. And I'm so sorry to the family. I can't imagine. If I feel like Muskegon's so small that we have everybody knows everybody, especially, and when I say Muskegon, I mean Muskegon Heights. It's a circle of between, I want to say, Marquette, all the way Marquette to Summit, from the Causeway to Getty. In that corridor, it's a black community, and it's a little train track that we used to have that separates us. But inside those 4 or 5 square miles, it's us, and everyone knows each other across the tracks. And of course, you got yeah, yeah, and of course you got the beach and outside and Orange View and North Shores. But inside that community, everybody knows what's going on. Everybody goes to Chicken Coop, everybody goes to Kinkies, everybody goes to Paris. It's certain things that everybody go to this Walmart, that Walmart. Go to that one Myers. Like, you bump into everybody, and a lot of people don't know how to express how they feel. Like, I know young women that are scared that mine won't be attacked next, or young men like, how do I express that I'm on the edge? And so I'm just advocating for the speechless, the voiceless, and hoping moving forward that we can have some outside resources, as well as the resources that we already have. I made a post already about, hey, if we have any resources that may not be known, post it to my page. I mean, I literally garner 100,000 people per day per my analytics from social media, just from my Facebook, 5 million a week easily. And I use that to let people post about whatever give backs are going on, whatever events going on. So now I've made it a must that once a week, we're going to do a mental Monday, where we're taking a mental break on social media, and people can just post about their problem, or they can inbox me privately, and I can send them to someone that has, a resource for them to go to. It's about making that progress. And I'm having people hold me accountable, make sure I don't get too busy, or someone can step in my place in order for me to, not get overwhelmed myself. But it's all about helping each other. And it starts right now. I hate that this situation had to happen, because we have had so many others. But it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing.
What kind of feedback are you getting today from your post and the folks you're talking to in the community?
Instagram, to my Facebook page. It's over 100,000 people reached just from that post that you guys seen today, and it's not even 5 o'clock yet. The analytics, I feed off of that, because I do different questions, I post different content, and I read that. When I posted this one, it's been overwhelming. I've had to, try to comment and respond to everyone, because so many people have been affected by the loss of each lady, and also the loss that the man caused with the family, because a lot of people in his family can't believe that he's done that, and they're embarrassed and they're ashamed, and they're people don't think about that. A lot of men out there that commit these crimes, you don't think about, you know what I'm saying, your family and everybody else that's suffering because you made a bad decision. So a lot of people are on there that's from his family, they're saying that they apologize apologetic, and this is not a right thing to do. So I just, the whole entire community is really pouring in uh, the love for the two ladies. My graphic design company is going to do both of their obituaries when it's appropriate time. I offer that. I mean, my team are going to make sure it is, done properly. So anything that I see other than that, it's just been nothing but love and affection, and uh, heart of sadness to the family, and just like people reaching out trying to find out what they can do. And I'm just sitting back and just being, I guess, a middleman for people to speak on, because the platform is so large. And so i'm definitely uh I'm definitely happy that I was able to use it the right way. And I'm appreciative for you all to reach out, because it could have been anybody else you might have seen. But if I was led to make that post this morning right before I left for the gym, and for me to be able to get the response back, is only God, and I'm using his platform that he allowed me to have.
J.R. Gray, it was great talking with you.
Yes.
Important points, valid points. We appreciate your voice tonight.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you guys, man. You have an amazing day. And once again, prayers to both of the young ladies. And I'm hoping that closure that you guys will need for your family and your children will happen. And I hope we find out more information. If it's a GoFundMe for each lady, a college fund set up for the children, something, I'll just follow my page and you'll see.
J.R., thanks again. We appreciate you.
Thank you. No problem.